My name is Malachi Townsley, and my graduation project is on bullying and reverse discrimination. Here with me, I have two of my former schoolmates here, and I am asking them on their views on bullying. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Jay.
And I'm Jacoby Noel.
Okay, so, first question. Do you think bullying is a serious problem in your school or community?
In school, I believe it was a problem.
Within my school, I believe that it's a problem, but it's very well hidden.
And why would you say that?
Because people have a certain way of portraying themselves and how to say what they say without actually, how would you say it, without actually letting you know, full circle. Everything they say is very indirect, and only people that are real about what they say come out like very direct with anything. Most people in this school have no filter.
Okay. How do you think bullies feel when they demean someone else?
I don't know. I guess it's kind of like a bit of satisfaction. I don't know. I have never bullied, so I wouldn't know. I just think it's all unnecessary.
I think it depends on the person. I know in the past I have bullied, but that was years ago in elementary school, and whenever I did it, it was mainly just as a joke or because I purely disliked the person. So within this school now, I feel like a lot of people like to do it as a joke just because they think it's funny. Others do it just out of jealousy or hatred.
Okay. Do you think it's possible to make a bully understand other people's feelings?
I don't think so. I think every person should be willing. I think a person or any human should be able to understand empathy or another person's point of view. If they can, I think that's a real problem.
I feel like yes and no. Yes, you can, depending on the person, but at the same time, it is very challenging. And for some people, they're just too irrational to even reason. Sometimes you're just forced to. Sometimes it becomes a situation where you're forced into physical violence, which really is unnecessary.
Okay. How do adults in your school or community address bullying?
At school, when I was in school, I think a lot of teachers overlooked bullying when it was like their favorite students. I think favoritism played a role in it. I was more of like a bystander, really, when it came to bullying, for the most part. But I think when it did happen, people just didn't say anything about it, or it takes like usually it's like people who teach and like Northwest. I realized like a lot of the bullies, teachers like them. Like they're popular students, they're preppy, and the teachers like them, so they can get away with it. Or like their parents can intimidate even the teachers and things to like being saying it was just a misunderstanding, and then the person who's the victim just ends up being thrown out to the wolves.
I actually agree with that, but I was more the victim than a bystander, so whenever it came to me being a bystander, I always defended whoever that person was who ended up being the victim. I feel like there are some double standards in the school, and because the school is an artistic school, it's very diverse in more than one way. So when there are certain students that do get away with it, and when it comes to the adults, they may try to comfort you one-on-one, but there's never really any interference. Like, no one ever really tries to stop it. I feel like they like to play both sides of the spectrum.
So, for those few cases that you've seen, what kind of interventions have you seen adults use to try to prevent bullying?
They do the same thing every year. Like when I was going there, they used to do this like cyberbullying thing, or just like some like this huge thing in the auditorium. I'm like, what does that really help when the administration isn't really doing anything about it? Like I had a friend who went there, and she actually threatened to she called me while she was at school because these girls were bullying her. At this time, I was at a different school, and I went down there to talk to someone about it. Like I went there to talk to a teacher, not the teacher, but I went to talk to the principal about it, and she was fine about it. And then I got sent to the assistant principal. She's like, this girl doesn't even go here. She's not, and she went to the principal and told the principal, oh, she doesn't even go. This girl, who like she was referring to me. The girl, this girl doesn't even go here anymore. She's not gonna come here and create more work to me. I think for a member of staff to be able to say that to the principal, the person was supposed to be over everyone. The person was supposed to make someone feel secure and safe. This girl's threatening to kill herself. She's depressed. She's been bullied, and nobody's doing anything about it. And then when someone actually does say something about it, then it's like that. I just feel like that's what make people be silent. You, in order for something to actually be happening, like you have to show action. And especially like I know you said something about reverse discrimination, but especially if it's like a gay student, they really try to turn their heads then, and it's really irritating.
Okay. What kind of interventions can young people use to prevent or stop bullying?
I think it would be better if not so much as having like the whole thing with the auditorium. Nobody wants to listen to that. I think students would be happier if they had actual results, actual punishments for bullying. Like I would love to see someone actually who is a favorite actually get shown some type of disciplinary action for the stuff they done, have actual repercussions for the stuff that they like do to people. But it never happens, so everybody stays silent, and everyone always assumes that Northwest is just a school with no problems, no bullying, no fighting, has been fighting in years. But they don't. I feel like there's no real disciplinary action.
I feel as though not only that, but there should be some type of role reversal experience where the person that has been the bully or even the bystander that hasn't done anything should be attacked themselves in an exercise to see how it actually feels. Maybe it would motivate them to actually do something next time when they see that happen towards a victim.
I also think a big problem is people don't have like they haven't practiced empathy at all. Like really, like they see it all as jokes. Sometimes, like he said, they have jokes, but like they'll feel like, oh, it's just a joke. You shouldn't be so sensitive. And then someone does a joke, and they're like, that's not funny. Someone I know or care about really got hurt by that. And it's the pettiest stuff, but stuff that's actually harmful that you're taking as a joke, you just brush it off of. It's not my problem. Maybe if there was a better practice for the empathy, or maybe a better practice for sympathy, then it'd be better.
And I agree with that. And jumping off of the pettiness, I've actually experienced as a bystander a lot of petty things. Like even being on the shuttle buses, there has been an instance where someone had it seems like the middle schoolers especially think that they own certain seats in that bus. So when people have no other reason but to find a seat, and some girl comes out saying, oh no you didn't, that's my spot, why, and starts cussing at them and insulting them for no reason, as if they own the bus, as if they own the seat that they want to sit in. It's unnecessary and it makes no sense.
Okay, well, what 3 things do you think you can do to diffuse a bullying situation?
Really, when I was in high school, I know this is like based off of how I feel now. I don't really experience bullying. The only place I ever really saw it was when I was in high school. And I believe that maybe if maybe you could speak up about it. And I have tried. I tried speaking up about it before. And as you know, no disciplinary action. So keep my mouth shut. But I think if you were more people could get maybe say something about it, or maybe you could practice empathy yourself. be mindful of what you say to people, or I can't really think of a third thing right
Okay.
now. Like she said, really all you can do is speak out and make sure that it doesn't. Make sure that that doesn't have. Yeah. But honestly, in my honest opinion, bullying is something that can't be stopped. Yes, it can be prevented and reduced, but there's no stopping to it. It's something that happens with every generation. So you can't find that immediate solution.
Okay. Did any of the facts in this quiz concern you personally?
Yes.
Which ones?
Just where it came to the concerns of as far as the staff and faculty and the students in general that actually are the bullies. I feel like they don't understand what the victims are going through. And as a bully, I'm pretty sure you had an experience where you felt bullied with either your family, friends, or even students in your past. So.
I don't have anything to say.
Okay. Well, in that case, thank you both for your time. It's greatly appreciated.